Hello, I'm Kori, Nicole, and I'm with Where's the Buzz TV. How are you all, Devale and
Good.
Crystal?
We are well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to see y'all again. I've interviewed a few of your cast members before. I've been at your
Yes.
premiere, so I'm excited to see the growth of the show, the
Oh,
elevation.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
No problem. So, of course, new season is coming up, right? We've been
Yeah.
tackling a lot of important themes throughout, the past seasons and just getting more, I guess, for new, more drama that's going to be enticing. But
Yeah.
what do you all feel about season three? Like, what do you all want to bring differently to this new season?
Oh man, it's a lot of things that are different this
Yeah.
season. Yeah, there's definitely growth. Even behind the scenes, the young men that are
Yeah.
now directing our show. We have three new directors that Tyler has opened
Yeah.
doors for. It's absolutely incredible to get to work with them through their lens, and to share the story with them has been really cool.
Yeah.
But as far as character wise, like you said, a lot of drama.
Yeah.
It's
Yes, of course.
exciting. Yes, it's a lot of suspense, a lot of still learning each other, protecting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the start of Zatima versus everybody else.
Period.
The first two
Oh, period.
seasons, yeah, the first two
Okay.
seasons, we were trying to figure out how we were going to coexist in this.
Yeah.
But now Zach and Fatima locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they locked in, yo, it's us versus everybody. Like y'all can't get between
Yeah.
this. So y'all gonna see some battles, but not the battles that y'all gonna expect to see.
No,
Yes.
I
So
love
that's
that
good now.
growth.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
I love that. And that's honestly a very important topic that I even want to touch on, right? Because I'm sure a lot of people resonate with what they see in the show or their own experiences
Mm,
or people that they know. So even
Yeah.
having those dynamics where you do have to sometimes choose your partner over everyone else, it's like this is us, like protecting that peace,
hmm
no matter the noise, right? Like
Mm.
what advice would you give to relationships that are going through that or may not get along with each other's families or each other's friends and choosing each other and being like, this is what we want. Like we can't, block out those noise.
That's good. I'll let Devale take the lead on this since he's actually in a marriage in a relationship. So
Yeah.
I
he's the
appreciate that.
he's the guru.
I appreciate
Um,
that.
let me learn something.
I would say it's understanding that you don't have to have your relationship validated by the masses in order to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? We live in a social media era now where everyone has to like and comment and say, "Hey, I love what y'all are doing." When realistically, you shouldn't look for that.
Mhm.
You have to look towards your other person first. And if that person loves what you're doing, then focus on that. And then also be able to listen. If that person doesn't like what you're doing, if you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, be prepared to pivot if that's what you want to do. So ultimately, I just want people to realize like it's you and your person. Like just like how me and Crystal are, like I know I can speak on my marriage, but when it comes to Zatima, it's me and Crystal. There's no one and two, it's one and one. So we do everything together on our set for our marketing app. We do it together.
Mhm.
We ask each other first, and
Mhm.
then we go out into the world. And if people do the same thing with their relationships, whether it's romantic or friends, you get the same result.
Yeah.
And even with the chemistry, of course, for all of the characters is amazing. Like I feel that everyone really gives off that family vibe. As so, like, how
Yes.
do you describe like the set? Is it truly like y'all hang out like outside of the set, or
Yes.
like how is it like daily or just shooting?
Yeah, we hang out outside of set and it's such a family oriented environment that sometimes we have to remind ourselves, all right, guys,
We work.
let's buckle down. We're working,
Yeah.
because people forget because we do love each other so much.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's been a long time since we've all been around each other. So there's moments where like, all right, guys, we're working. Like,
Yeah.
because we do just love each other. We love the kiki. So
Yeah.
yeah, he's like,
We do.
yeah.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time joking around.
Yeah.
And one thing Crystal and I love to do on our set particularly is make sure that we're a family.
Yeah.
So this year for the last season we
Yeah.
filmed, we took
Hmm.
them on a Saturday to go see Bad Boys 4.
Yeah.
It had nothing to
Oh,
do
that's
with work.
fun.
It was just let's
Yeah.
all go be inspired and have a good time and doing things
Yes.
like that build a camaraderie.
Mhm.
And of
Yes.
course, even, I love that you all even, discuss like, of course, like your scenes and like, oh, like ideas for what you all should do. So do you have that connection as well with like the directors and the writers? Do you all ever give suggestions and being like, hey, like this feels more natural, or we think that our couple will actually do this? Like, do you all have that type of rapport like with the writers and like the directors? Because I know you all have different people
Absolutely.
this season, you said.
Yeah, no, and the season that you guys are about to see, Tyler wrote it. And he's always allowed us to bring our ideas to the table.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about it. He gives us the freedom to be as creative as we want to be. He writes and he goes, do your thing.
Hmm.
He that's what I love about Tyler. And then with the
Yeah.
new directors, it's the same thing. We can talk to
Yeah.
them very like it's I feel like it's a partnership.
Right.
Like we can go like, hey, what do you think about this? It's not like I'm gonna do this. We go say, hey, I was thinking when I saw this,
Yeah.
I would play it this way. How do you feel about that? Or if they may come to us like, hey, I was reading this scene right here.
Yeah.
How do you feel? And even Devale and I will
Yeah.
he'll come, hey Chris, I'm gonna play it like this. I'm like, okay, cool.
Hmm.
So that I can kind of know where he's coming from. And it's a way where we don't do a lot of super rehearsing now.
Nah.
Like we used to run it. So it's
Yeah.
still that being present in the moment where I can react to what he's gonna do without feeling rehearsed.
I'll say this, having three new directors
Mhm.
was a challenge at first because when used to listening to one voice and that voice
Mm.
wrote it, you know exactly what they want, you
Yeah.
know? But now we got our own version of what we thought Tyler was writing.
Mhm.
And then one director comes in and says, I viewed it this way. Then another director comes in and says, I view it this way. But the good thing about that is now you have so many different perspectives about one
Yes.
script. There's so many nuances that you didn't like
Mhm.
when you guys watch season 3, you're gonna be like, this ain't the same show
Yeah.
as the last
Mhm.
two. There's so many different nuances.
It's
And
beautiful.
even the way Crystal, I had to stop her when we was doing season 3. I said, you're doing something different this year. And what she
Really?
did was she didn't want to over rehearse. She
Mhm.
was like, nah, D, I got it. I'm gonna try something. And then in the middle of a scene, she'll do something that she's never done before,
Mhm.
and it triggers Zach to do something in response.
Mhm.
So what you're starting to get now is you're starting to see Zach and Fatima really be themselves. And
Mhm.
I'm loving it. Like this is a good transition for
Yeah.
this group.
Yes.
No, that is so exciting. No, I definitely like am the fans love y'all, right? I even love the show. But like
And
the
we love
fans
them
love
back.
y'all.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
and they're
you.
always, like commenting like, "Oh yeah, I would have done the same thing that, their couple would have done, or I would have reacted the same way if I walked in and
Yeah,
I saw like, someone else was my boyfriend." You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's very relatable. Like a lot of people like I've seen that like interactions on, Twitter and on Instagram. So do you all personally like to interact with your fans? Do y'all like grab any inspiration from them or what you see? Or like how is that like interaction?
Absolutely, because we
Yeah,
also like let Tyler
yeah,
and our directors know, hey, this is what the fans are saying. This is what they want. Because they're a part of this. There would
yeah.
be no Zatima if the
Absolutely,
fans didn't jump on when they
absolutely.
did. And we interact with them. I love it. I
Yeah.
know he does too.
I love it. I'm always trolling the fans. One thing I'm gonna do is troll the fans, even if I don't agree with Zach,
Yeah.
because Zach is a different character than DeVal. I'm gonna troll the fans anyway and be like, nah, y'all be blaming Zach for
Yeah.
everything. But I'll be like, yeah, I would blame him too. But forget it. We going it's up from here. So I love it.
Yes.
I enjoy it.
No, thank y'all so much again for speaking with me. Like it was such a pleasure. I'm very excited to see, the future holds for everything. And yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Just thank you so much
Yeah.
again.
Thank you
Yeah,
Thank
so much.
you. Have a
no
good one.
problem. Thank you, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.